about Biztown was that my job was really fun.
The most fun thing about Biztown is just getting to work with your friends and stuff and doing your job.
Meeting new friends and working at a real job, kind of.
The freedom. Instead of just doing one thing all day, you got to explore. You got to do your job had different parts.
At Biztown, you get to see what it's like to have a job in the real world, and that's why it's fun.
Biztown is a simulated town of reality that our students get to experience and apply real-life skills.
It is a way for our fifth graders to kind of see what adults do. They get assigned a job, they have responsibilities, they get paid, they have free time.
Junior Achievement is a company that has multiple programs. And so one of the programs is Biztown. And Biztown is a big building. And inside the building you have many businesses that are replicating actual businesses in the community.
And so the students then provide the workforce for this town and the businesses they're in. So they get sort of a really good first impression of what that looks like and what that means, as opposed to just learning about it abstractly. They're actually doing it hands-on.
Biztown is made possible really through the Carlsbad Ed Foundation. CEF has really taken it over and has done a great job of supporting not just one element of it, but all of it for all of our schools. And again, they do so much more, but this is just another gift from the Carlsbad Ed Foundation to make it happen for our students.
So in the lead up, we introduced the kids to Biztown. We watched a couple videos, but it's where we really introduced the concepts of what they will be doing.
The kids initially learn about the different companies that will be represented at Biztown and the available positions, and then they fill out a job application to apply for kind of a generic job. But then once they select their job, they make 3 choices, and then we have to go through a process to slot them into their positions.
And as a teaching group, we went through all of them and selected students that we thought fit best within those roles. And the day came that they were given their jobs, and each student had a role to fill.
So the first day they go to the classrooms where their businesses are representative, and they already know what their position is. So the CEOs of those companies then outline what each of the jobs are, each position is introduced and then described in terms of what their job duties include.
Don't worry about those until everyone is crystal clear on what their job description is and the CFO is working on filling out the bank loan stuff. Okay.
So you'll need to receive parts, complete paperwork, product assembly, so you need to be able to build things while following the instructions and reading.
I mean, you can all do one section, and so someone do the 8, someone do the 4, someone do the 10s, and then we can all add it up at the end.
And then they start to get into some advertisements. They had to do a radio ad, they did a newspaper ad, and they did a TV ad.
So they come up with a slogan or a quick advertising tool, and the purpose is to attract the audience to come into their business and use their services.
The next step is writing your Union Tribune ad. This is where it's really important the language that you use and the writing skills. So this is not necessarily, like I said before, just the CEO's job. Okay, you want to get ideas and brainstorm together and then really narrow it down.
Come to the secret advantage. We'll make you feel good about your smiles.
Yes.
I like that. That's good.
Have you ever wondered how to save money?
Interesting about your business. What is interesting about it?
You've said that like 10,000 times and we've all said no.
So on day 2, we were able to have an assembly where Mission Federal Credit Union came in and talked about financial literacy with our students.
And it's all mathematically related, and we front-loaded that vocabulary in the classroom, so they're hearing it again from people that actually work in the field.
But I think it was helpful just to get, a banking strategy mindset for the kids to a certain extent.
The reason why you would want to achieve money skills is because it's going to help you achieve independence, financial independence more specifically. You're going to be able to set and reach your goals. If you come up with a game plan, you tell yourself that you're going to follow it. You're going to be able to live within your means. Another thing where people go wrong when you step into adulthood is you start to make a good amount of money. And what happens is they haven't taught themselves how to manage that money, and they start spending it all and not putting any money aside. So you need to ensure that you're paying yourself first and preparing for those types of things that may occur.
So on day 3, the CEOs needed to prepare a speech, and they had to think about their motto, what their business plan was, and what importance to Biztown they had.
They knew that at Biztown they would be interviewed, they would have speeches. If you were the mayor or the CEOs, all had to get up to the podium and speak about their company. And so they were all collaborating and writing the best representation for their company.
Why is your business an important part of Biztown? We connect cable line for all businesses. Every business company does. We will provide fast reliable.
Excellent. Oh my gosh, that's so great. Okay, so you're going to have your time on the microphone, and then you're going to read that in the interview. So excellent.
What do you think will be the easiest, most difficult job of your part? The most important thing to do in the job is caring for animals in critical condition.
So you're writing an advertisement to NBC7. So you're writing a review for a news channel, okay? They're gonna broadcast it, okay? That's a good start though. That's a really good start.
So once the roles are defined, the speeches are complete, the ads are done, we are headed to Biztown.
So when we first get there, the mayor, which is selected by the students, goes in front of everybody and welcomes them with a welcome speech.
And so it kind of brings everybody together with leadership from their mayor and understanding they're part of a greater community.
Good morning, I am Melissa Rubinson, Mayor of JA Biztown. I'd like to extend a special welcome to all our guests today. We feel honored that you volunteered to help us with our businesses this morning and that you are bringing your real-world experience right here to JA Biztown. Now, I would like to invite our CEOs and specialists to tell you about the products or services they will be providing today.
The UPS store will be delivering both business and personal mail. We will deliver important papers and payments that businesses depend on. Today we will be producing the San Diego Union Tribune for JA Biztown. Today's Union Tribune will provide you with the latest news, photos, and advertisements for only $5.
Today I will be looking for those who are dressed for success. At the end of the day, I will be awarding a Dress for Success certificate.
So after the mayor delivered their wonderful speech, the students then were given the rules of Biztown.
They use a red, yellow, green light system, and the kids are divided up into groups and they wear lanyards according to that system. So if they are on break, the light is lit up and they have time to either spend what they had earned or visit the other businesses.
Students received 2 checks for the day. So having financial responsibility throughout Biztown and using their debit card appropriately was an important aspect that they learned throughout the day. And once the rules were established, business was open.
3, 2, 1, go! Good morning, Biztown citizens! Again! Has there been any earthquake activity around JA Biztown? So you have to calculate at least 3 seismic reports during the day.
I'd like to send 1 pentagram to Everett and Aluminum.
Here on this one. And then we will deliver.
Hi, popcorn is $4. Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yo, yo, yo! At your break, stop by 93.3 to request songs and shout-outs for only $5.
Do you want a super smile?
No.
Oh, super frown.
Oh, okay. Alright, can you take off your glasses? Yeah. Alright. So I think how this works is I just look in here. Anna, can you come closer? I can. This is so hard to see through.
Throughout the day, things come up that, maybe are tougher decisions, and the businesses are expected to solve them on their own.
They have to check in and make sure that they're going to be able to pay off their loan that they had to get in order to start their business, and that everyone has been paid accordingly, and that they're meeting their goals and objectives, whatever those might be based on the business they were working.
Okay guys, so where are we on our loan? Well, I have, take the bank.
Okay, so we are done with our letter. No, do not serve. Do not serve. Sorry, we will serve you in 10 seconds. Hold on. We're having text. Oh, that's my phone.
Yeah, it says that there. You're not air production. You don't have brakes. Sorry, guys.
Once the team is able to come to a solution, they're able to reopen and get business going back to normal.
Shout out from Maddie to Ellie. I hope you have an awesome time. How much you want to donate? $4.
So we got this sample from Scripps Institute of Oceanography, and they were confused about all these sightings of sharks, and they needed help from us to help figure it out. So one fisherman got some sample for us, and now we're trying to decipher what shark it could be from.
Help me stack it in this form to get it to you. Hey, what are you carrying? It's a bait, so I can put it onto our account. Can we turn this into our account on our business?
After a long day of work, we close Biztown and we come together for another town hall meeting, and they give out awards to the best businesses and the best employees.
And it was a great closure because so many kids were highlighted, and it was an unexpected award, and it was a nice closure to the day.
Good afternoon, JA Biztown citizens. It has been my pleasure to serve you as your mayor. It is an honor to now present some special awards. The first is the Quality Business Award. The Quality Business Award is presented to Channel 93.3. Now, it is my pleasure to announce our JA Biztown Citizens of the Day. Natalie Severance, Brian Rashidi,
All right, let's give one more round of applause for everyone who spoke up here today. All right, did you guys have fun today? Yeah! We're going to say one more big thank you to all the volunteers and teachers on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Biztown's important for students in so much that they can truly see that they're learning here. It applies. It's applicable to real life goals and objectives and experiences that they're going to have. And for them to take their learning and see that it's relevant towards reality in their future is terrifically meaningful.
From my experience, when I'm teaching math and I talk about withdrawing and deposits, sometimes when it's in isolation and you don't have the real world connection, it's not as meaningful to students.
It's just a memorable experience. It takes them outside of our school environment and puts them a little bit into a real world experience, and they really remember that, and I think it benefits them in the long term.
I think this is an important field trip, and we at AOE and in Carlsbad should continue to send our students to. It helps them understand that what we're doing in the classroom will relate to what they will be doing outside of the classroom when they're adults.
I learned how to do things that adults would do at their job, like pay taxes.
I learned that you're able to work together even when it's hard, and you should always follow rules.
I learned skills that I can apply to real life and that will help me.
I learned that you can't always get everything. There was a ton of stuff that I wanted to do, but not everything I could afford.
If we didn't have this opportunity, we wouldn't be able to connect the dots in terms of why you want to have those goals and why you want to have those objectives in terms of your learning. And I feel like our kids feel somewhat limited in this environment, and when they see something like Biztown, they understand why it is that they should be optimistic about their future, because there's so much opportunity out there at so many different levels that they can apply their learning.
My biggest takeaway from Biztown is the kids were working amongst themselves. They were coming up with solutions by themselves, working together. So kids this young getting a chance to work on those skills, I would definitely recommend other schools to go to Biztown, and I think we should continue to go to Biztown.
Other kids should go to Biztown just to have fun. It's a great learning experience, especially when you're going with friends and you're going to be going with the whole 5th grade.
It's a very fun experience, and it helps you to get ready for adulthood.
Because it kind of teaches you what work feels like. It's not like your parents do everything for you.
Other kids should go to Biztown because it's really fun. You get to hang out with your friends, have a job that you love, and you get to experience what it's like to be like your parents, and you'll learn respect for them.
So you're not just like, when you're older, you're not completely clueless about what to do.